Welcome to Monster Men.
I'm afraid of waking up the ghosts in my attic.
You are in kind of a Amityville horror-like attic.
Yeah, this is my childhood attic that scared the living bejesus out of me as a kid. So here I am.
I just saw red eyes in the window.
Jesus Christ, Jody!
Actually, it's got a Bad Ben vibe to it. Don't do a seance up there.
No, thank God this doesn't have the pole thing down, the ladder.
Oh, yeah.
It has steps.
This is a big episode for us because this week we are going to unveil a 31 movie watch list for October, or as you like to say,
Horrortober.
Based on our friends at 31 Days of Terror. These guys put out a book every year that kind of gamifies making a movie list. And every year we do this. Basically, the way this works is the book is broken up into chapters based on genres of movies. And we pre-rolled a bunch of movies that we're going to list off, and then we're going to roll the last few. So the 2 and the 3 is going to be the section, and then the genre, you pick the date. So if you're going for the 27th, you scroll down to the 27th on that date.
This is the third time we've done this.
This is. And the fun thing about this is there's some movies that you wouldn't expect to hear.
No.
There's other ones that I've never heard of that are on here. Some that I haven't thought about in a long time. So I'll be curious to you don't know this list.
No,
so
I do not.
We'll go through it, and if you're playing at home, this could be your watch list, or maybe we've given you some ideas on some movies to watch for the holiday season, as we like to call it.
Why is it every year Wallace and Gromit is number one?
One thing I'll say about 31 days of watching horror movies is you're really religious about it. You like watch a movie a day.
Yes, at least one. And I'm finishing up the book I'm writing now, so I have nothing to do but watch movies next month.
That's impressive. I will sometimes get to number 31. I just try and watch a bunch of horror movies.
Which is normal. I'm not. Something wrong with me. So now my goal is like 50 or more.
I usually try and shoot for 31, but I might on the weekend double or triple up and then miss.
Right. Yeah, that's what you do. You stockpile.
Okay, you ready to do the list?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay. So, the first movie, October 1st, was Interview with the Vampire.
Oh, very romantic.
Now, I wrote down the year for most of these, but I didn't actually on this one.
By the way, these were pre-rolled.
These were pre-rolled.
But we're gonna roll. You're gonna watch this happen at one point.
I pre-rolled up until the last 5, so we could go quickly because this is going to take a while. What did you think of Interview with the Vampire?
I preferred Intercourse with the Vampire as far as movies go. I liked Kirsten Dunst in it. I thought she was well beyond her years. It wasn't a movie that tickled my fancy. That's not my kind of vampire.
I read the book, and when they cast Tom Cruise as Lestat, I was like, what are you thinking?
Le Short.
And him and Brad Pitt were both fine for what it was. I think the story of that movie is Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, that's all right. You could do worse in the vampire genre.
Yeah.
And if you're a girl,
sexy,
you're gonna love it. I mean, good Lord,
sexy. Okay. Number 2. So October 2nd. This is under the category of unique ambiance. From 2001 is The Hole.
The Hole. Is that the one with Thora Birch?
I don't know, and I've not seen this movie.
I think that's with Thora Birch and Keira Knightley, where they're like college kids or high school kids who get trapped in a bomb shelter outside their school, their boarding school. If that's the one. I think there's a couple of holes. Didn't we? I swear we've had this conversation before.
But there was a movie, Holes, that had, what's his name?
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. That's the one I think. And then there's The Gate that I kind of confused. So I never saw The Hole. So
if this is the same hole I'm thinking of.
Wrong hole.
Wrong. If it is, it's a good movie. Not necessarily horror, but...
So, The Hole, 2001. October 3rd, you'll like this one. In apocalyptic horror, The First Purge from 2018.
I like that movie. I like all the Purge movies.
Purge movies are fun. You pop them in, you watch them, and then you kind of forget about them 5 minutes after you watch it.
Do you ever hear the word party in the USA without thinking of that lit up car and those crazy chicks?
That's the First Purge is the one on Staten Island, right?
Yeah.
With
I kept waiting for them to
Marissa
kill the Impractical
Tomei.
Jokers. Yes. Who was not in it long enough.
Okay, October 4th. I don't think you're going to be crazy about this one. This is Unique Stories. Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, good Christ. How is that even in horror?
It's monsters. I don't know.
The horror that it was made?
That also kind of had a haunted house feel to it because they go to that house for the auction and then the dinosaurs are sneaking through.
I did not see that. Was that the last one that came out?
That was the most recent one, and I was not a fan of this movie at all.
Because people kept going, oh, yeah, it's kind of like a horror movie. And I'm like, nah, I'm sure it isn't.
No. But there's going to be people out there that are Jurassic Park people. Or if you're just looking for a variety.
Here's the thing about the horror community. We're all inclusive. This isn't like the Democrats, the Republicans. We cross party lines here. Want to bring a T-Rex in? Bring a T-Rex.
Bring it in!
Let's make sure he kills somebody.
October 5th. Movie that's dear to my heart. 2001 under Surreal Horror. Session 9.
Oh, that's a hard movie to find, to buy.
David Caruso in the Danvers State Asylum, which is now gone. Famously, I snuck up to one night when it was closed and tried the door and then took off before I got arrested.
Yeah, it sucks to be when you get to an age where you think of consequences. We could have so much more fun if we just didn't think of it.
But I love, because that place was up on this hill in Danvers, Mass, and I used to live up there and see it and everything, and that's a creepy movie.
I have not. I've seen it one time, and I was actually kind of creeped out the first time I saw it, and I've been trying to find it, and it's just, if I do find copies, they're VHS copies or something, and they're old and they're expensive. Like, nah.
Yeah. Okay, so October 6th, horror movies with aliens.
Oh, here we go.
Predator 2, 1990.
All right. Well, it's better than a lot of the other Predators.
That's Danny Glover, right? And Ruben Blades.
And Gary Busey.
Oh, that's right.
I think, yeah. So, hell yeah.
I saw this movie once. So,
I think I saw it twice.
All right. October 7th, a movie I like a lot. I don't know how much you like this one. Under the banner of creepiest horror movies, The Sixth Sense.
Oh, no. Nope.
I love that movie.
I think I've said this before when I went to see it with my friend Mike and my wife, and I think he brought someone else. We're sitting there in this nice theater in Rye, New York, and I go, I just wanted to smoke a cigar. And halfway through, I'm thinking, oh yeah, Bruce Willis. Yeah, he's dead. So I go to my friend, let's go outside and smoke a cigar. As we're walking up, I start going, Bruce Willis is dead. Bruce Willis is dead, just to be a jerk. The looks that we got when people walked out were just priceless.
You probably did that in The Crying Game, too.
He has a penis. He has a penis.
The Sixth Sense for me was one of the best theater-going experiences of my life because it was a sold-out theater, and people were terrified of that movie. The scene when the ghost is in the kitchen with look what you did to me or whatever.
Right.
Oh my God, people were just screaming and losing it.
They were losing their minds when I was in it, but I just wanted a cigar.
All right, October 8th, vampire movies.
Oh, here you go.
1979's Dracula with Frank Langella, who I happen to have seen on Broadway as Dracula, and I found the playbill I have.
That is, look at him. Look at that man.
I thought this was lost. And when I was at Chiller last year, somebody had this, and I was like, oh, I should buy that.
Oh, my God. Good thing you didn't.
And then I was at my mom's house, and she opens up a drawer, and she's like, you want any of this stuff? And I see this, and I'm like, ah, yes!
You have to frame that and stick that on the wall behind you.
That's a great idea.
That's
a great idea. Frame it. Done and done.
Is that your top 3 Dracula movies?
No, the actual this Dracula movie I think is just okay.
All right.
But I'm just happy. I saw the Broadway play with Frank Langella. Then he was in the movie, so that's my connection to it.
Right.
This is Laurence Olivier as Van Helsing.
It's killer cast, man.
It's got some great moments in it. When they go down into the catacombs and Van Helsing's daughter has come back as a vampire. Papa, Papa.
Yeah, that and when they're in the bowels of the ship, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Then there's some other there's a very goofy love scene with like lasers and it looks like a James Bond opening and
that was a family movie when that came out in my house.
But I watched this one recently. If it's on, I'll leave it on. Okay,
leave it on.
October 9th. This is under non-American horror movies. Ginger Snaps Unleashed from 2004.
Oh, that's Canadian, right?
Is this the one that took place in the fort, like back in the like cavalry days?
I can't remember.
Because
like I said, it's been so long. Oh, yeah.
I've seen 3 Ginger Snaps movies, and I think the third one was like a prequel that was like their ancestors or something. I don't know.
Right. Look, those are good movies, especially the first one.
The main girl in that is awesome. She was in American Mary.
Yes, and then they had the girl from Orphan Black.
Oh.
Right? Yeah.
I never saw Orphan Black, so I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's a long day.
October 10th is one that there's a good chance both of us will watch this movie in October. Re-Animator from 1985 under 80s horror.
There is a very good chance of that.
The only reason I might not watch this one is because we did watch this rather recently for Final Guys, but
yeah, but I need Barbara Crampton.
You can't watch Re-Animator enough.
Yeah, that's Barbara Crampton was just on Instagram with a picture of her daughter. It was like Daughter Day or something the other day. Her daughter looks just like her, but then again, Barbara still looks like herself from
Re-Animator. Like $1 million.
It's insane. That is the greatest Frankenstein ripoff of all time. No one's going to top that sucker.
This one, October 11th, I couldn't wait to tell you that it was on the list, and I don't know if you can track this down or not. I think I've tried finding this. Saturday the 14th for child-friendly movies.
Yeah, that was a big deal when it was in the theater by here.
Was that Richard Benjamin?
I believe so.
Every once in a while, I try and find this. I don't know if you can find it streaming or not, but
every Friday the 13th, I always think of that movie. The next day, I go, "Oh, it's Saturday the 14th day." And there's only one of those.
One of the classic, wacky horror spoofs.
Just what were they called back in the day? A goofball comedy.
Goofball comedy. October 12th, 2003, for under 2000s horror. Your favorite, Willard.
The 2000s.
The remake.
So that's the Crispin Glover one.
Crispin Glover.
Oh, damn, that's good. That's it. And I think Arlie Ermey's in it too.
Yes.
That's a great remake. Remacked it.
All right, on the October 13th, under anthologies, is 1990's The Willies. This is one I don't think I've ever seen. I think I've heard of this one, but I've never seen it.
Is this a take on like the Ghoulies?
That's what I thought, but it's an anthology, so I think it's just...
Oh. You know what? I guarantee you I saw it too, but probably way back then.
I bet if I popped it on, I'd be like, oh, I have seen this, or whatever. The name rings a bell, but I cannot visualize it.
It gave me the willies.
But this is what I love about this list is I'm going to go track this one down now and see. And I'll bookmark it in my
and this
queue.
is the 90s, so this might be the period where I was doing taste testing of Red Wolf beer.
Oh, yeah.
And they kept giving me cases and cases to take home and drink. And it's pretty much like a lost summer. I don't remember much.
Red Wolf. I remember that stuff.
Yeah. Competition with Red Dog.
Okay. October 14th. Psychological thrillers. 1986. Psycho 3.
Oh.
I think I only saw Psycho 1 and 2.
I have not only watched them all, I read all 3 books. Robert Bloch did 3 of them.
What's the movie? I don't even remember. I mean, I never saw it.
I don't remember either at this point. I just remember I liked it. It's Tony Perkins.
It's Tony Perkins.
You can't lose with Tony Perkins unless you have Vince Vaughn and Hayes doing a beat for beat remake of it.
Stop. Don't even bring it up. Okay, October 15th. This was a fun one. Kinky Horror 2015's Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves.
We were just in Blockbuster. I always say this, Best Buy, and it was $5.99 on Blu-ray, and my wife was thinking of buying it, and we both were like, this movie would have been awesome if Keanu Reeves wasn't in it. There was just something about that shower scene, though.
Eli Roth's wife is in that movie.
Yeah. Two times he's had her in movies. Both times he had her take her clothes off. So, kind of weird.
I only saw that movie once. I recall getting a kick out of it.
I've seen it 3 times.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you, ladies, if you come knocking on my door, all wet from the rain, locking it. I know what's going to happen.
Come on in.
There's a point when they just mess with them the entire time, and then they tell them that they're underage. And you go, like you feel it in your soul. You're like, oh, no. It's a good movie.
This was another one that I was like, I would have never thought of this movie for a watch list. That was fun. Now, here's one that I wouldn't think of watching in October. Horror with Demons is the category. 2015's Krampus.
Oh, Krampus. I got the Krampus.
Krampus. I know. You would think that you'd watch this one closer to Halloween, but maybe. I mean, to Christmas. Maybe Halloween time is...
See, for you can. You can do it, Jack. I can't because I subject my wife to Halloween movies, although she likes horror, all October. Whereas December, I have to watch a Christmas movie or special a night. So I have moved Krampus over there along with Better Watch Out and a couple others. And Black Christmas, I think I'm going to watch this Horrortober, but because I need a break. Because there's a lot of bad Christmas specials.
Let's move to the next one, October 17th. Yeah. Speaking of Eli Roth, 2002's Cabin Fever for surreal horror.
That's a good one.
With Jordan Ladd tied up in the shack.
Hey, Norm. Jordan's waiting for you. That's an inside joke, ladies and gentlemen.
Jordan Ladd is in...
She's going to be a
Satanic Panic.
Yes. Which I didn't know where she was.
I didn't know it until Jason mentioned it on Final Guys. I was like, that's who that was. I was like...
yeah, because I had to Google it. And then I was like, oh, I still don't believe that's her.
I know.
It doesn't look anything like her. But Cabin Fever's great.
Cabin Fever has that cop that's like, you guys gonna party, man?
Yep. That's fun, kind of gross out, goofy horror.
I haven't seen that in a while. I might pop that one in.
Yeah, just don't watch the remake.
All right, October 8th.
But Cabin Fever 2 is directed by Ty West, and that's good.
If I've seen that, what happens in that one?
I don't know. Bad things.
I may or may not have seen that.
See if you can see a preview.
Isn't there a remake of Cabin Fever already?
Yes, and it's unwatchable.
Hey, caramba. This one's awesome. Black and White is the category. 1956. I never heard of this movie, and I bet you know it. Attack of the Puppet People.
No, I don't know this. I think if it was going to happen, it might happen in this attic.
I think I just saw Lady Elaine from Mr. Rogers behind you.
Mr. Marbles? Lady Elaine. Hello, everybody.
Mr. Rogers. Meow, meow, meow.
Oh, so weird. God bless Fred Rogers.
Here's one for you. October 19th, Feel Good Horror, 1986. Little Shop of Horrors.
Feed me.
Rick Moranis.
Come on. Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. You a fan of this movie?
I was in the 80s. This was like a big... We'd watch this a lot. And sing all the songs and do a little dance. Make a little love. It's cool.
I've never been this movie never really did much for me. I saw it and kind of moved on. Didn't hate it, didn't love it, just kind of like, okay.
I'm always tempted to watch this as a double feature with the Roger Corman, Jack Nicholson Little Shop of Horrors that was shot in like 2 days.
Oh, now you're talking.
That'd be a weird double feature.
Here's another one that I had never heard of, I don't think.
What day are we on? What day are we on?
October 20th.
Oh, October 20th. All right, we're almost there.
Yeah. 2011, Detention.
Dude, I don't know this movie.
So 2011, Detention. I don't know.
I mean, I've been in it, but it was not in 2011.
Yeah.
Like to put people in it.
That would be, if I ever, like, my junior high school life as a movie would be called Detention.
Now I'm curious. Is it a prison movie or is it a school movie?
It's apocalyptic.
What's apocalyptic? Yeah, but are you in the prison? Be cool, the apocalypse in the prison. The Walking Dead should have done that.
Yeah. Number 21, finally a kind of more familiar classic staple. October 21st, Creepiest is the category. 1984, a little movie called Nightmare on Elm Street.
The original horror, thank God.
The original. It's always a good one to pop in Horrortober.
I am not a Freddy fan, and I admit the original is the balls. That's a good movie. In fact, I like it more when I rewatched it last year for Horrortober. I was like, yeah, let me put this back on.
I'm telling you, one of my favorite images in that whole thing is the girl in the body bag.
Yeah, that's so cool.
This next one, I don't think... I forget what you think of this. I was not a huge fan of this one. Lovecraftian is the topic. 2012, Prometheus.
I liked Prometheus. That's interesting. I mean, to me, that's more... Like Alien, you could say horror sci-fi. It's right down the middle. Prometheus is way more sci-fi, but...
It's got the kind of the monster at the end, and there's a lot of dumb stuff that happens in that movie that I can't get over.
I just try not to pull at the threads too hard.
Yeah.
I just like the experience, the visual experience, and the concept of it, but I try not to dig too deep.
Basically, with the Alien movies, I'm very happy with Alien and Aliens, and then
believe it or not, I liked the one with Winona Ryder, the fourth one.
Oh, I saw that in the theater. I hated it.
Me too. I was so excited I went alone. I didn't even wait for anybody to go with me.
Ron Perlman's in it, isn't he?
I know there's that ugly weird guy from the Delicatessen. He's in it. Yeah, okay. I think Perlman's in it, yeah.
October 23rd. This is an interesting one. 1990s is the category. Death Becomes Her. That's
Goldie
Bruce Willis,
Hawn.
Goldie Hawn, and I think Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, yeah.
I mean, I saw that probably in 1992 and never since. And
that was played a lot in my house.
That was one of the big special effects movies because, like, you could look through the body and all that other stuff.
The neck twisted all around, and it actually, I've seen it recently, and it still looks pretty good. Bruce Willis is like a loser, like a harried, henpecked husband loser. Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn are vamping it up. That's actually a fun movie. I would actually revisit when I rolled this one. I said, "Oh, this is one. I've got to check and see if this is like on Prime or something." Yeah, and it's funny.
The next one is under remakes, 2015. You might think of the great movie stars of our time, and Paris Hilton probably would be on the top of that list.
Oh, I know what it is.
House of Wax.
House of Wax, which is a good House of Wax.
Elijah Cuthbert.
Cuthbert.
From 24.
Suffering succotash.
TV's Kim Bauer. Isn't Jared Padalecki in that too? Maybe he's not. I don't know.
I don't know, but I know she's in it. Paris Hilton was not bad. Like I watched that movie wanting to like dump all over her, and I was like, oh no, I really can't. That's a fun movie. It's very different than the original House of Wax, naturally.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that would make a great double feature because you're seeing two movies that have the same name, involve wax, but two totally different experiences.
Yeah,
and both good.
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up. Well,
where are we now?
October 25th. There's only two more, and then we have to start rolling the dice.
I've got my dice.
And we've got one that I'm probably going to watch because it's one of my staples. Horror with Ghosts. This is the interesting part. the obvious category for this will be apparent when I say the title of it. 1981, both I think on both of our top 10 all-time list. American Werewolf in London.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, the ghost? Yes, you're right.
I had the same reaction. I'm like, wait, ghost? I'm like, oh yeah. I'm sorry I called you Meatloaf.
Yeah.
A naked American man stole my balloons.
Just think of the cat that can be in a werewolf monster category, ghost category, and horror comedies.
And
all
80s.
Three. And 80s. Nails it. That's one of the best movies.
One of the best. John Landis was just on one of the podcasts I listened to, and he was talking all about American Werewolf in London. Oh, it's so great to hear him talk about that movie. And
yeah. It's great to hear him talk. He's
awesome.
And he loves to talk.
And he made the Blues Brothers. And I'm like, my God, this man.
Yeah. He was killing it for about a 10-year period.
Now, the last movie before we have to roll is the movie I was going to see, but it was sold out. So I went and saw The Sixth Sense. It is a category is found footage.
Paranormal Activity?
Nope.
No, this
Blair Witch.
Blair Witch. Oh shit.
The Blair Witch Project, to be exact.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's 97, right?
99.
Or 99. 90. That's right. That's right. That movie put my wife in labor with my second daughter.
So I saw that twice in the theater. I went to New York City for the limited premiere. It was only in New York and LA.
Right.
And you could hear a pin drop at the end of that movie. People were terrified, confused, and
yeah,
everybody got up, walked out of the theater, and once they got out in the daylight, all of a sudden they started going, so wait, they just started talking about it and everything. And me and my buddy went and got some beers, and we're just going through it step by step. And well, wait, so then was this that? So then I saw it again when my friend Tom came to town, because we had hiked off to go find Dudleytown, this haunted village in Connecticut, and we got lost in the woods for a little while. We crossed this stream with a log, and when I saw him, I go, we got to go see this movie, because this is basically our trip to Dudleytown if things had gone wrong.
Exactly. And you know what? That movie might never be repeated, because what nobody younger than us realized is that was the first internet hype movie.
Oh.
And it was so hard to get on the internet. You assumed whatever was on there was real and honest. So most people were like, this is real, man. So people were losing their minds even before they went in the theater.
And they did that Sci-Fi Channel documentary.
Yes.
That built up the lore. That's the thing. And you and I have discussed this before. If you sit down and watch it now, it's an okay movie. Maybe it's a little long, whatever. But when you watch it from the standpoint of, they sent people into the woods, they left notes for them for what to do, they physically scared them at night, they tricked the public into thinking that it was real. That alone just makes it such a standout movie. That
it was genius. And 2 years ago, me and my daughter saw it in the Alamo with the kid who was the cameraman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a nice night.
Mike. So with that, we've got you to October 26th. So I need you to roll 2 dice, and I'm going to find the PDF so I can scroll down.
All right, here we go. Here you can hear the sound of my shaking. Oh, that's a good one. You just let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
5 and a 4.
5, 4. 5, 4, and the 27th.
By the way, we're getting sad at the 27th because the month is ending on us.
But we're so close to Halloween. Okay, first of all, the category for 5, 4 is horror movies with zombies.
We haven't had one.
We're due. And the winner for October 27th is 2004's Dawn of the Dead remake.
All right, Phil Dunphy.
Yes. They show this one on TV a lot.
Wow, it's weird to see it on TV.
I love the beginning, the opening scene of this, where the kid
Sarah Polly and
that's a tremendous opening. And At least 2 of the original cast members have cameos in it.
Yeah, you're right.
Roger and the main guy.
Yeah, that's a good movie, and it has Johnny Cash.
Yes, so definitely this is one of the better remakes, and this is one of the movies that kind of ushered in the new era of zombie movies.
And very fast zombies. So now, a lot of people can't reconcile that.
Yeah,
you can't call that Dawn of the Dead.
I am probably going to watch the original Dawn of the Dead this October. I have a box set with like 4 different cuts of it. So I'm going to pick one of the cuts and watch it, and I'll probably watch some of the behind-the-scenes stuff. But it's been a while since I've sat down and watched it start to finish. So
I'm going to try to come back. Not to come back.
Not to. Okay, October 28th. Please roll.
All right, there we go. 5 and a 5.
Oh, beautiful. I don't have to scroll that far.
See? Here I am. Helping you out.
Horror movies with demons.
All right, we've had that category already.
And
Wallace and Gromit.
28th.
Night of the Demons.
Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master.
Oh, criminy. We're not advising anybody to watch that movie. I can't endorse this as a selection
this
for any day.
This supposed to have dream demons in it. This might be the one, though, that had the... there's a couple of good kills in it, like with the Roach Motel. You can check in, but you can't check out.
Oh, my God. It was getting to be just ridiculous by that point.
Yeah.
It went full Shecky Green on him.
Okay, 29th, please.
All right, 29th. 3 and 5. Now you're going to be scrolling up.
I'm scrolling
up to 3. Category I'm hoping it is erotic kaiju. I just might have had an idea.
Okay, 3-5 category. Apocalyptic horror movies.
Again, it's the end of the world as we know it.
And what day was this? The 29th?
And I feel weird.
I feel fine.
Leonard Bernstein.
In the Mouth of Madness from 1994.
Oh, I actually own that. That's Johnny C. Mr. Carpenter.
I am not the biggest fan of this movie. I think it's just okay. A lot of people love this movie.
I know. They really love this movie. This movie has some huge fans. I think it's cool. Hey, look, it's John Carpenter, and it's not Body Bags, so it's fine. Everyone's allowed a stinker.
All right, 29th. Wait, that's the 20. That was the 29th. We're done the 30th. Right.
We're at the 30th. 1 and 1. Ooh, Snake Eyes, all the way to the front, baby. By the way, we're going to be doing some episodes for Horrortober. We're coming out of our graves.
Yes.
Does anybody, and vote on our page, our Facebook page, does anybody want to see us do an episode called Trick or Treating for Diabetes? Because I posit this thing, what happens to kids who have diabetes? Like, do they hate this holiday? And for kids that hate it, what can we do to suggest to them that they can do to make it their day?
Okay, the category is plausible horror movies.
Plausible horror movies.
And we are on the 30th, right? Ooh, we're 2 to go there. Oh, we missed Jaws by 1. But we got a good one. 1990, right. Misery.
Oh, that is very plausible. That is so plausible for me that movie is terrifying to watch.
I'm going to put on my Liberace records.
Get in the cock-a-doodle car!
They're making I think a series out of this, and Lizzie Kaplan is going to play the Kathy
Lizzie
Bates.
Kaplan's, she is way too pretty to be Annie Wilkes.
I'm going to watch it.
How can you make a series? Is he like trapped in perpetuity?
I don't know if it's a series or a remake or whatever, but
oh my God! Hey, shout out to my girl Audra, who I call Annie Wilkes, in a fun way.
In a fun way.
Hope all is good out there.
The hobbling scene, one of the greatest of all.
Oh, Jesus! And James Caan was phenomenal in that movie.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
All right.
And every time I watch it, I want to break out a typewriter and stop writing on a computer, but no, too lazy. Are we down to
We're
Halloween?
down to the big day.
Oh God, I feel pressure here. 6-1.
Of course, you couldn't
There
do
you
1-6.
No, I didn't want to make it that easy.
You could have just told me that they came in the other order.
I could have, but we haven't hit a 6 yet. So I want you to scroll a little bit up there.
All right, I'll get there.
This,
It's
this could be
6-1.
something. 6-1. This could be like Squatch horror. I mean, we haven't had any cryptid horror.
6-1 is foreign, non-American horror movies.
All right.
Films.
Films. Yeah, if we're not in America, it's films.
And 1992, Dead Alive.
Oh, that is a killer ender.
Yeah, it is a totally great.
For Horrortober.
There's a scene, I don't know if it's blood or pus, but somebody like flicks it and it goes in somebody's like oatmeal or something like that.
It's pudding.
Pudding.
I think isn't that the pudding thing?
That grossed me out more than anything else that happens in that movie. And there's so much blood in that movie.
That may be some of the most blood that's ever been in a movie. More blood than was pouring out of the elevators in The Shining.
Yeah.
Because there's blood and parts and viscera in there. When we watched this in the 90s, we got like a bootleg VHS, and at work, we watched it at work. And I swear to God, for the next year, we just kept going around going, he's got the bite! Beware the rat monkey.
So this is a pretty good list. I want to thank the guys at 31 Days of Terror. This was chapter 3 if you're looking for the book. It's on Amazon, and you can go to terror.ca, and they've got more books, and they've got a bunch of other cool stuff on their site. So definitely check this out. I would love to know if people either do a list off this book or if they watch any of the movies that we suggest.
Yeah, if you heard something on this list you've never heard of before and you watched it, drop us a line. We want to hear what you thought of it.
Hit us on Facebook or in the comments on YouTube.
Or you can come to our houses and drop a note in the door.
Climb in the attic and surprise Hunter.
Oh, no, it's Annie. Yeah, I'll be up here with the ghosts and the dust that I think I'm getting popcorn lung just from sitting up here.
Now, our homework is we got to go see what the heck the Willies is.
Yeah, exactly. I got to get the Willies watching.
And Detention.
Yeah, Detention. That sounds crappy. I don't know. There's just something about the name sounds like it's going to suck.
This is such a blast. I really like doing this. You get such a wide variety of movies and stuff you never thought of. And even if you don't go exactly by this, you can just thumb through the book and be like, oh, man, I forgot all about that movie.
Yeah. I mean, even old farts like us who've seen everything and think we know everything, but we don't.
No.
It gives us ideas, which is awesome.
And I'm just hoping I can track down Saturday the 14th.
And if you have a 14-year-old budding horror child, this is a good way to introduce them to a whole host of movies. Play it as a game, as a family. You know what the cool thing is? You can do this now. Roll it, pick a movie, and just go right on demand. You'll probably find 80% of them.
I know.
But you know what? This is the adventure now. This is where you turn the ease of sitting at home and getting anything you want into an adventure. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. All right, so let us know what you're watching for Horrortober or the 31 Days of Terror. There's a lot of ways to put this.
Yeah, whatever. Halloween season, spooky season.
And keep your eyes on us because this is our season. So we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff in October and for the rest of the year. So
we're going to be in the new studio for the next time.
That's right. For the big tasting episode for Halloween.
We're picking food out of garbage cans right now.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on
Monster Man.
Monster Man, Monster Man, Monster Man.